y'all know what? I was sitting here and I was thinking, my kid's father has been in their lives, all of their lives. But I've never seen them interact, right, with them being adult males. I've never seen the interactions with them all being adults. I would love to see the dynamics. Something tells me that something's off there. Something's off there. And we tend to look at the parents for leadership, guidance, support, right? Being able to, make decisions from a wise mind. And I do accept that we have our experiences in life. It's filled with ups and downs, right? Can't be up all the time, and you ain't going to be down all the time. But I never seen that relationship or those interactions. But I guess they say the fruit, y'all know I can't pronounce it well, the fruit don't fall far from the tree, right? And the way my boys verbalize and communicate is problematic. It's problematic, especially when they've had what's supposed to be a male role model who is supposed to be Christian in their life. I haven't seen my boys since 2021. I'm an on-hands type of parent. I've always participated when I could in their extra activities, whatever it is. If they had something going on, I showed up for them, right? I showed up. PTO, all that shit, I showed up, right? And their father, he kept them one time for me for about, I don't know if it was 6 months or less. I had to leave my house. Emergency, right? I moved in my mama's basement. She wouldn't let me bring them with me, so they had to go with their daddy. Anyway, before I could find us a place, which is where I'm at right now, I didn't live in this house off and on for like 30 years, So that happened, right? I don't know what has happened lately, but I'm pretty sure that my kid's father has a hair up his ass for some shit that he did, right? He talked all that shit all these years about who the fuck I am, lying, to make himself look certain type of way, right? But you never told the truth. You never told the truth. You was gonna die with it, right? You was gonna die with it. You thought I forgot that that my sister told me that you laid with her? You thought I forgot that I put your ass out that night and never touched you again? You thought I forgot? I'm thinking, did that hurt his feelings? Did that hurt him? Was that a narcissistic wound that he took? Was that a narcissistic wound that I gave him? And he never got over that shit. Although he was cheating. I met a one girl at work, her name Red, what's it, Red? What's Sonia. Yeah, she knew him too. Worked over at the school. That's what she said, the janitor. Yeah, I was like, you know him? Girl, everybody know him. Anyway, let me get back. But I'm looking at my boys. They're men. Now, I done seen them get dressed to go to church. I done seen them do it. I think they go to the same church that they daddy and them go to. Now, I'm looking at the leadership. The man. I'm looking at the leadership. The man. I haven't seen my grandchildren since 2021 either. I'm a hands-on granny, right? My boys know that. So I'm thinking my kid's father got a narcissistic wound because he probably fathered my sister's son, and he don't want nobody to know about that shit. He embarrassed by it. How you think I feel? How you think I felt? I carried the shit all these years. How old are your sons now? 40 and 35, 37, something like that? They old enough to know the truth. So all those lies that you told, child support, you want to go to what you gave them growing up? Let's go to what you gave them growing up. Since you did so much, you were an alcoholic, right? When you came back from the army, while you were in the army, I was getting a little check. But your sister, it was in your sister's name. The check that was for my son was in your sister's name. And she would cash it every month. And she would take the odd amount, whatever it was, and give me whatever, right? Because you told her she could do that. And she did it every month. She took her part and gave me mine, right? But that's the money for my son that you sent, right? Child support, $50 for one, $35 for the other. I never took you back down or got a raise, asked for no more money, nothing. Did I? No, I didn't, right? So what you tell, then I talked to my grandbaby one day. She trying to figure out how is granddad, how are y'all, my granddaughter trying to figure out how me and her grandfather have these kids together because we don't go together. I got a husband and he got a wife, and they trying to figure out how am I their mother and how is he their father, because we're not together. They didn't understand it. He told them he didn't know me. He told them that he didn't know me. That, you see how that dysfunction, that crazy thinking is? I guess since it's the deacon. Anyway, back to that narcissistic wound. So, you think that what did you tell my boys to pick a side? And if they interact with me, that there's a problem? You think that you are being what? A Christian deacon father? No, you being that dysfunctional, abused little boy that got a narcissistic wound. And guess what I'm going to take? I'm going to take a knife and I'm going to stab it in your fucking stomach and twist that bitch. And I hope that wound bleed your ass out. Because that's what you deserve. Because you haven't been a man. I'm sitting up here wondering when the man and the little boy is going to show up. Because ain't no way, as a man, it would be good for my boys and my grandchildren to be away from their grandmother who loves them. There's no way I would interfere with that. And although you got a wife, she'll never be me. Never. Never. Right? And every day that you take, I'm going to take 10 from you. And I say, little boy, let it be so. Cry. And you still ain't going to get your way. Bitch.